Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'm their first impression to gameplay video for Mars War, a 3D sci-fi themed MMOFPS published by TK Digital. Now I'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes running around checking this game out, make some comments. If you guys want to play Mars War or just learn more about it, do check out the full review on the link below. So let's go and get started over here, and I just logged in right now, and it's by a company called TK Digital, and that's not TQ Digital, which is another company. But we're in the game right now, and it's supposed to be a sci-fi shooter. I never even heard about it up until pretty recently. The game itself launched in early January 2011. So let's go ahead and join the game right now. There's two factions in the game. One's called Federal, and the other one is called Alliance. I did make my character right now, but the character creation was pretty dull, so you didn't really miss anything over there. So let's click Battle Line over here and click Enter and see what happens. So we is connecting, and we just went ahead and joined the game, and let's go spawn somewhere. There's a little crosshair over here. I'm gonna click the military base because let's just click respawn and see what happens. And where are we respawning? Whoa, my robot over here, which is my dude right now. So we got two weapons equipped over here. We got shortcuts for sniper. Wow, there's actually a lot of little classes over here. So we're gonna go with standard infantry and click save and respawn. I just want to spawn and see what happens. So here we are in the game right now, and whoa, graphically speaking, the game isn't that bad. But for some reason, the graphics remind me of what's it called? Oh my god, how can I forget this game? It's the actual MMOFPS game out there. And when I say actual MMO, I mean really persistent world MMO. What was it called? It was on Sony Sony Online Entertainment. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot it right now. It'll come to me, guys, don't worry. We got this equipment terminal over here. It's called, can I use it? Click E. And I can get, whoa, we got different vehicles too. Deathwing, the Falcon, Cloud Owl, Cyclone, and Season. Let's go and claim vehicle and see what happens. Producing right now, please be patient. There are 1 soldiers in queue in front of me. So the actual battlefields themselves are incredibly large. And what's the game called? I can't believe I forgot it. It's still going to come to me. It's very similar to that game too, graphically speaking and almost gameplay wise so far. And here we are. I just got my flying vehicle over here. Whoa, oh, I can only go forward. How do I control this? With the mouse. Never mind, I was failing. So this is kind of cool too. I mean, I'm actually pretty surprised. I really wasn't expecting an actual game over here. Mainly because I only saw 1 game in the lobby. But I guess that's because the actual battles are huge. Let's go shoot my own teammates over there. You know, he could use a rocket right on top of him. Well, bam. And the rockets themselves don't have a lot of range over there, or exploding range. Anyway, let's keep on flying around over here. Click the tab does not bring up our map. Tab brings up our little mission information screen. And flying this thing is not that easy. You have to use your mouse, but it feels pretty awkward. But anyway, we can't use the keyboard, which is pretty weird. I can still use WSA and D, but it'd be cool if I can kind of move around with the arrow keys while moving with WSA and D. So that's the enemy compound, I guess. And there's turrets on top of them. Even those turrets are copied from the oh my god, what's that game called again? I'm totally failing, guys. I'm sorry. It's oh, did I literally just get stuck in a tree, or is the game just lagging me out? You know what? I'm gonna click E to get out of here. Nope. What am I doing? I can still shoot my rockets, and I think I'm totally stuck inside of a tree. I just landed on top of that tree. But you know what? I'm good to go. Can we just shoot these rockets over there? Yeah, I can shoot some rockets. So I'm just hovering right now, kind of like a whoa, and it's finally going down very slowly. Why the static defense isn't shooting at me? I don't even know. But you know what? It's gonna go down very, very slowly. I still have a lot of rockets left. 5, 4, 5. No, it respawns really quick with my rockets. But that's about to go down real soon. Now, there's actually a decent amount of players in this actual game because we did see some in our base earlier. But can we still fly around over here? Is there anybody to kill over here? How do I get out of my vehicle? Click E button to open vehicles. How do I leave? It doesn't tell me how to leave. Though I can change my options over here if I want to. Now, how many players in this game? Because I kind of want to count too. Nope, rank, record. We got rank over here. So there are upwards of, no, this is player rank right now. I'm rank number 32 in the killing rank right now. So the game's player base is actually not that high. But graphically speaking, the game looks pretty decent. You can keep flying around over here too. But yeah, Planet Side is the game. Oh my god, why did it finally come to me now? I know what you guys are going to think in the comments. Oh my god, noob. How did you not remember that? But graphically, this game very much so copied Planet Side because the bases themselves look very similar. I mean, the walls too, just how they look. Even the static defense is identical. Now, I still want to get out of this vehicle, though I'm totally failing. Though shift makes us move faster. Whoosh. We kind of fly around over here. What if I crash on the floor? Nope, I just bounce off the walls. I still want to find somebody to kill. Whoa, there's somebody over there, but that is not my teammate. I should probably be shooting at him. And I think I thought I did pretty decent. Well, I think I died though. Nope, I'm still flying around. Serious damage to the vehicle has been dealt. And did I kill that guy? Nope, I think he killed himself. If you see the top right, it tells you who killed who. And I finally went down. So it took a while for me to actually find somebody. I don't know why, but you know what? Next game, I am not going to go in a vehicle. There's another vehicle over there flying around. But the fact that there's so many vehicles in the game, can I click auto? Yep, I will auto respawn over here. It makes me think, why would you just not get a vehicle in this game? There's an infinite spawn of them, infinite quantity. But you know what? Let's keep on moving around. Can I friendly fire this guy? Nope, I can't friendly fire him. Oh, total friendly fire 1, so you can friendly fire him. One more nice. You know what? He can take another bullet to the face. One more. There you go. Friendly fire 2. and I can get out of the vehicle if I want to, but I have no license for this. So there are cooldowns in the actual vehicle, so you can't just keep getting them. So you know what, we're going to close this out for now and leave our base to manual away. So I guess that's the respawn room over there. I'm not sure how to win the actual game. Maybe you have to take one of these bases by going out, you might have to do something in one of these bases to actually conquer it, but I'm not 100% sure. But again, visually, the game looks a lot like PlanetSide. So I doubt the guys that made PlanetSide actually made this game, because they actually work on a new PlanetSide game. That's the Sony Online game I was mentioning earlier. So I doubt they're working on another game. I'm pretty sure this is the clone of PlanetSide by some random Chinese or Korean company. And the company that made this game, or at least publishes it, it's called TK Digital. They're the same guys behind Monster and Me, if you've heard of that. It's a very old MMO. But you can see pretty far into the distance over here too. So graphically, I'm actually somewhat impressed by this game. And I don't think there's only these big matches over there. There was a little tab for arena games. So I suspect in the arena games, the maps are a lot smaller. Over here, they seem very big. And the problem with these huge maps is there's nobody to kill. So if you don't have a vehicle, which I didn't grab right now, just walking to that enemy base could take forever. And it's such a hassle. And this game is a shameless PlanetSide clone. And if you've played PlanetSide, you know exactly what I mean. So Northeast Military Base has been invaded. Can I bring up the M? Yep, we can bring up our map over here. So I gotta go that way probably. Even the map seems very similar. We're gonna go towards the energy base. Though that could take a while. I can't even move with this open. So yep, I'm gonna go trek the desert right now and we can shoot the planet over there. And do I have unlimited bullets? Nope, I don't have unlimited bullets. Can I reload? Whoa, we can zoom out too. And the game has a lot of variety with weapons too, because even on the screen that we saw right when I jumped into the game, we saw a lot of pre-made classes that you can pick based on what weapons you choose, which actually was a decent amount of variety there too. So we can choose other weapons too. I got a sniper over here. Oh man, I'm gonna go snipe right there. That looks kind of cool. So I kind of want to try some of these weapons in action, but I have to find other players first, and that could take a very long time. And considering the map is huge, man, I really want to go somewhere faster, but you know what? I'm going to keep on going this way. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll bump into another player. Though it took me a while to fight somebody, even as the airplane thingamajig. So Remote, nope, Kindis over there killed Remote. But since that guy killed me, you see on the top right, nobody else has killed anybody else. So that shows you these huge maps don't always work when there aren't a lot of players. So I can see how fun this game would be if this game had like 1,000 players online at once. And the game's website actually brags that the game can support up to 1,000 players in a single game at once in these big battles over here. Unfortunately, there aren't 1,000 players online right now, though I can imagine this would be a lot of fun with up to 1,000 players at once. I mean, how cool would that be? This bunker would be full of dudes and we'd be fighting everybody, and the whole map would be full actually. That'd be really cool. But a game like this, which probably not many of you have heard of either, the odds of it getting popular are pretty low. That'd be kind of cool. But again, the game is still a pretty shameless clone of PlanetSide. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing because I thought PlanetSide was a lot of fun. It's a great game. But now, I mean, that game had a much bigger player base than this. But at least this is free to play. So we can again zoom in and shoot stuff while we run around. And there's my reload, R reloads. And you reload by charging your hands. So I guess you have unlimited reloads, which I guess is kind of cool. Let's find out. Yep, I think it's not taking away anything, my energy at the bottom over there. I got 94 armor and 100 health. So it's not really taking anything away. So yep, I can just keep on reloading. So that's kind of cool too. You don't run out of ammo. But I mean, I guess on the downside you have the slightly awkward vehicle gameplay. Probably because I'm not used to it yet. But the lack of players is probably the biggest problem. I kind of want to leave this game only because there's nobody here. And people are not speaking English. The guy said, now komiko sire da tenke bovu devo aptar. He clearly said MMOHut.com is the best website in the world. And Omer is awesome. I just translated that for you guys. So you know what? I'm going to leave for now. And we click. Go back to lobby over there. Quick game. Nope, I want to go back to lobby. And yep, click OK there. Alright guys, let's go check out the lobby over here real quick. We got the robot tab over here. We can upgrade each individual class as well. We got engineer robot, scout robot, and battle robot. So I guess that kind of depends on which weapons you select. You get access to different robots. I'm going to upgrade my battle robot and see what happens. Nope, no talent points available. I got 1 out of 1 over there. So I guess you can learn more talents as you level up. So there's actually more RPG elements here than you would have in PlanetSide. Close this out for now and let's check something else out too. We got our warehouse where you can probably store our shenanigans, our weapons. Oh, you actually buy stuff here maybe. Nope, the game lets you start off with a lot of stuff. So I started with all of these free items over here, it looks like. So yep, they do expire pretty soon though, within a few days. I got equipment tab for some melee stuff, Scion Dragon. And we got plugins, which I guess are upgrades or something. Close that out. I start with 187 credits, which I can probably use in the game store in the shopping tab over here. So variety-wise, again, the game is definitely up there. But the biggest problem is player base. The game launched, I believe, on January 7th, 2011. So the game is still very new. But let's go back to our weapons tab. Yep, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. Close it out. Like, can we go play an arena map? Nope, we can't. But you know what? Let's go to the training ground. Let's see what's up over there. We got a video tutorial as well. But let's go click on the federal training grounds and click enter. Yep, here we are. And let's click respawn. Let's see at least what the training grounds look like. I'm going to go with, we got equipment. You can set your own robots, your own equipment, and your own weapons over here. I guess each robot has their own like pros and cons, so that's kind of cool too. But if you want to go with something simple, you just click shortcut. The game has a bunch of pre-made ones for you. I'm going to go with mechanic soldier and click respawn over here. Let's see what this guy starts with. And he's got nades. He's got some whatever this thing is. I kind of want to use it. Nope, it repairs friendly armor. So I got 4. I don't know what this thing is, but it's not a weapon. I guess it heals. Nope, it heals vehicles or something. I don't know. But let's go. We got a shooting range over there. Let's go to the shooting range. I want to shoot some people. Let's go shoot these dudes over here. And much like the training grounds in Planet Side, the training grounds here are sort of similar too. You have the option of trying out pretty much any weapon you want. And let's go shoot more of these dudes. I guess the guy tells you how much damage each weapon does as well against these AIs over here, which aren't moving. These training AIs or whatever you want to call it. Can I jump over here? No, I want to melee them. I can't even try my melee weapons off on them. So I can shoot some nades at them too at least. Well, bam. And nope, I missed with my nade. Come on. There you... Those nades... The explosions look so silly. They look pretty awful. I mean, the explosions are way too big. But the graphics on the explosion look pretty meh, if you ask me. Click E over here and get some new weapons out. Nope, does not match my robot. I'll use a trident. Let's go grab that over there. Select. And we got a new weapon to try out right now. And it's actually the same exact weapon I just had. Maybe I switched to it again. But you know what? We can see some other vehicles over here too. My respawn room. Let's keep on going to the shooting range. Nope, let's go to the vehicle room to try out some vehicles. Hopefully the game lets me try out the vehicles, which I don't have the licenses to yet. Which I guess I'll unlock later on as you level up and things like that. So I can see how this game could be fun. But it's much different than all the other tactical MMOFPS games out there. And we get the Dark Wolf, which seems like an AA vehicle, you know, anti-air. But I can get the Sandstorm as well. And again, guys, all the vehicles and the graphics in this game look very, very similar to Planet Side. And I can't not emphasize that enough because it is so similar. So let's go shoot some stuff with my tank. And left click is not doing anything. Maybe right click. Nope. Why can't I shoot with my left click? Maybe this gun is this tank is borked. It won't let me. I'm mashing my keys pretty hard, so you can probably hear it right now. This enemy vehicle is kind of floating in the air over there. Not really enemy, but AI controlled. And there are huge targets over there. There's more dudes just kind of walking around. I wish I could shoot those targets, but you know what? I can't because the right click is not doing anything, or left click, which is pretty weird because the left click shot on my other weapon. Maybe click T. Nope, T zooms in. So maybe R. Nope, I'm trying all the keys right now. And you know what? I'm about to give up over here and leave this area for now. But the game is very different than all the other tactical MMO shooters out there, so I do want to praise it for that. But in a way, it just copies another game, and it doesn't have a huge player base, so it does have huge cons as well. And until the game has a much bigger player base, it's really not worth playing. Though, even though it copies Planet Side, it could be a lot of fun if it has a big player base. Let's go and leave this game again real quick, and click the Z lobby button over here. And okay. Alright, let's keep looking out over here. We got Arena and Training Grounds. Too bad nobody's playing the Arena. I suspect Arena games are much smaller, more like Genesis AD style games where you play in a much smaller arena. But the Grand Battlefields are the huge ones, which I guess could be a lot of fun if you had the player base. But this is a pretty new game too, and I wanted to do it just because it's a downloadable game. I suspected it wouldn't be that popular because it was published by a company I never heard of, TK Digital. I mean, I doubt any of you heard of them either. But it is a downloadable game, and MMOHut.com does cover every single downloadable MMO out there, free-to-play MMO that is. So I did want to get out of the way over here. You can see a division tab over there, and which is, I guess, guilds in the game are called divisions. We got rankings as well. Let's go see my daily rankings or monthly. Nope, there are no rankings right now. By shooting, by weapon. Yep, this is all broken over here right now. I suspect it will be fixed later on or re-added to the game, whatever it is. So the fact that there's a lot of variety is definitely a plus, like I said. But again, guys, it's a big deal not to have a huge player base, and then a game like this needs a huge player base if you want the Grand Battlefields to be fun. But again, the game is being different, which is always good. But anyway, guys, if you guys do want to play Mars War or just learn more about it, do check out the full review on MMOHut.com on the link below. Anyway, guys, later.